Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Melina Landrio. Thank you for sharing space with me today. We're going to jump into a rock reading. One of these rocks have been speaking to me all day. It's this one right here. As I'm holding this, I feel like a scratch on my right side of my throat. And I'm reminded of this channel that I had last night of this black and white, I believe it's a French bulldog. And it was, I think it was a mother, because there was a baby, like a dog with her, like a puppy. And they were trenching through like the sewers. And they came to a point where the sewer dropped off into a square. I don't know what you call it. I don't know if there's a term for it, if this actually exists, but it's like a connector to other sewers. But it's a drop off. And all this mud or sewage fell out and cleared off. It was like a drain, pardon me. And the dogs just fell in this squared area. It was a square metal looking area, and it looked like they were standing and filled with mud and dirt. I don't know what that pertained to or what that meant. The word punishment comes to mind. Some form of a punishment. Also, the continuous need to go to the washroom, like go urinate, or even number 2, I'm guessing, could be significant here. So sewage, dogs, a black and white French bulldog in particular. I think it's a French bulldog. It has kind of looks like a pug, but it's not a pug. And I'm not sure if the coloring of the dogs is some sort of, like, is a reality that somebody's dogs were in the sewer, and they landed in like a gridded portion of the sewer. New York is also coming to mind at this time. I think when I think of sewers, I guess I think of New York, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know why, that came into my mind. The need to go to the washroom frequently is of significance. I'm not sure what this energy is. I'm going to do a tap in. but there's something with the throat, like a scratch is how I feel in the interior of my throat on one side, from the center to the right side, over the vocal box area. Could be significant. So I'm just going to dive in. So show me. Oh. So we have the Chariot, we have a Knight of Cups, and we have Judgment. So we have someone charging with their emotions. Their direction is unclear, and they're facing judgment because of it. This is a very quick, spontaneous read, so you'll hear people in my home walking around. So just bear with that. It's not the usual quiet, just the rabbit thump in the background. But yes. So this rock has been calling me all day. Like the need to touch it was of importance. Sometimes my rocks call to me in this way. And I eventually, my house is kind of noisy with 4 kids, so eventually I'll find the time to do so. So we have a Knight of Cups who's charging with their emotions right now. And that's influencing some form of directional push, forcing their way into a direction, forcing their way into a form of connection. Could be something with an open wound here. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Let me look at this closer. Yeah, it's like I'm looking at the top of this. Let me see if I can get the light on it. This is really standing out to me today, and it never did before. It just looks like it's making me think of like a scabbed wound. And then this is that's the part that's making me feel my throat. And then the bottom here. Someone's having some problems. Could be testicular problems. Could be some sort of dysfunction going on. Sorry about that. I paused for a moment. Okay. So for some reason, I'm feeling like this person is having some issues with their testicular cancer. And their penis is affected at this time. Or the interior, I don't know, the body parts, the connections inside the names. Hold on here. I wasn't expecting to talk about penises on camera. Okay. Somebody, I feel, when I look at this rock, this is the right side of the rock. Somebody has something going on with the right side of their scrotum. It's connecting up into their core, their body, their torso, their core. I feel it's going up, like radiating. My candle just went out. I don't know if you can see this. The smoke. I don't know if you can see that with the light. My candle just went off on its own. So this person is losing life force. Something to do with life force. This feels really, like when I look at this feels really ingrained. Like it looks like it's been you know, look at this rock. It's just really, the colors just really are saturated here. And like this is just reminding me of blood for some reason today, looking at this stone. Feeling the stone, it feels like there's something to do with the throat, like a sharp scratch. So maybe this person has vocally used their throat to an extent that's causing them disservice. Maybe this is karmically speaking, something karmically related. Something to do with a dog. Something to do with urine or feces. Because the dogs were in the sewer, and it was two dogs. It was a bigger dog and a smaller dog, like a mama and like a baby, and they looked like they could be French bulldogs, but I don't think that matters. I think the French bulldogs is to describe, because they were white and black, something that's white and black, something that's good versus evil, something that's morally sound or not. It's like two spectrums of polarity here is what I feel like this is, and two spectrums of like the big dog versus the little dog, like maybe two spectrums of rank. I mean, one dog's older, wiser, one dog's a puppy. Like there could be something to do with ranking, or a perception of wisdom, or I don't know. What's coming to mind? Okay, so we have a Knight of Cups who's charging their emotions, the Chariot, towards the Chariot. So it's influencing the Chariot. It's influencing their actions moving forward. It's influencing something about trying to overcome conflict. Maybe they're having a process of like remorse for something that they've done. Maybe they're realizing that maybe they're experiencing some adverse effect. Maybe they're injured. Maybe the Knight of Cups is having some discord, and maybe they're having a realization that this discord is caused by something that they may have done. Because the Chariot card is in this deck is about overcoming conflicts and trying to move forward in a positive direction. So it's like someone's trying to do that, but they're in their emotions. They're in their emotions. So let's clarify. Do I want this deck for clarification? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, let me just flip through this here. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Knight of Candles. Okay. The Knight of Cups is clarified by the Four of Candles and the Knight of Wands. The Four of Candles is about celebration, community, fulfillment, foundation, like a future foundation and stability. And the Knight of Candles, I feel, is describing maybe leadership, courage, and determination. Okay, so this is somebody else. This is not somebody who's having this, but there's some sort of emotions that are charging here. I'm not sure who this is yet. Let me just leave it where it is until I get some further clarification moving forward, guys. Regardless, there's a Knight charging in emotions. The Chariot is towards something, trying to continue with a positive momentum. they're influenced by some emotions. So they're trying to gain some sort of leadership, some sort of stability. And the Knight of Wands is, achievement, leader. That's clarified by. There's a Three of Feathers at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And they're under judgment here. Okay, so yes, this is this person. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about the Judgment card. So also, it's like I almost forgot that card existed. It's like I was just focusing here and the way I have my camera and the way I'm looking at my cards over the camera. It's it made me not see like a blind spot. So something's in someone's blind spot, something they don't see, I guess, maybe. Let's see, what's clarification of the Judgment card in this deck? Let me just look that up for a sec, guys. Judgment, judgment, judgment. Okay, so judgment refers to a time of resurrection and awakening. So it's like a new beginnings for somebody. It's not judgment in this necessarily. In the way that other decks might have it. So upright stands for dynamic new beginnings, and it's in the upright. So this is somebody's new beginning that's creating this Knight of Cups to be in their emotions. Something about it's influencing a strong foundation here. Oh, I see. Okay. This I don't think is associated with the Knight of Cups. In a way, yes, but I'm going to explain further. It's going to get clarification, but I feel like this is being imposed on them in regards to some form of emotional structure, that it's like a rite of passage that they're going through in regards to some form of new beginning. Okay, I'm getting it now. Sorry, that took me a little while to connect that dot because there's so much energy that I'm feeling here. So this might be too many cards. Okay, I'll take them. Okay, so we have the Emperor, we have the Queen of Wands, and the Temperance Angel. So the Queen of Wands and the Temperance Angel's Earth Angel energy is how that feels. Let's see here. Somebody who's understanding, capable of advice. Pertaining to success in business, I think, for the Queen of Wands in regards to this deck. Yeah. And the Temperance card being something about bringing about balance. The Emperor is trying to conquer, so there's this need to conquer these emotions, to conquer this experience of I feel like it's like stagnant energy of the past. It feels very heavy in the heart, hence the stone is in the heart space. So somebody could be in the heart space right now, or having a lot of emotions that are causing their heart space to open up and perceive things. So some sort of an awakening is going on, some sort of upgrade is happening for a King of Cups energy or a Knight of Cups energy. And clarified by celebrations, victory, foundation, and leadership with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands coming out as well. Then we have a Queen of Wands. So we have somebody who's two knights here. Then we have the Emperor here. The Emperor is trying to conquer the structure. So this could be a dynamic of toxicity, like generational toxicity, generational curses on lineages, trying to break through barriers of what was or what is the existence of a certain dynamic in a family unit, and moving out of that structure. Let's see here. What's the future of this energy? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Well, this deck doesn't really come in the reverse. I'm not going to take it in the reverse. Okay. So the Seven of Pentacles is about trying to thrive, trying to get past something. It's a business exchange. It's like reaping the results of what you put in. So if you put in the time, the work, so they're going through this emotional, they're trying to understand it to the level that they can. Maybe they've been shut off most of their life and they're starting to open up to this new realm of emotion, which is kind of bringing them into this emperor like status. However, I don't know if they're necessarily connecting that at this time. So let's see here. Clarify the Knight of Cups in regards to the emperor status. Judgment in the judgment again, double judgment. Wow. So I believe in this deck it's about self-evaluation. It's reflection. Yeah, so they're reflecting. They're reflecting upon what it is. They're trying to step into this emperor type of energy. It's an awakening. It's calling on your higher power. And it's all about redemption and transformation. So there's some sort of experience that they're going through at this time in regards to it. It has to do with their sacred energy. I almost feel like if this person, I don't want to say that just yet. I'm going to clarify that in a little bit. It's like testicular cancer. Somebody is definitely struggling with something. It's a masculine energy. It's testicular energy that I'm seeing, experiencing when I look at the stone, when I look at this situation. It's something that's ingrained deep within one counterpart. Now, the right also could be paternal lineage. It's on the right side of the stone. And maybe this is the left side here, the maternal side of the lineage. So maybe it's just bringing in the counterparts because the Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands clarified the Knight of Cups. And this is bringing like some sort of balance for and stability for this Knight of Cups energy, whoever is resonating with this reading. So this could be pertaining to an experience that one person in a lineage maybe is having a situation with testicular issues, cancer, based on their energy that they've put out. I feel like there's karmically speaking, there's duality because the Temperance is about balance. And the Queen of Wands, and like I'm seeing it, and it's like this, there's this person here trying to smooth, I can't even say that word, their way in. It looks kind of weird, like there's like snakes, like this leg looked like a snake. And her sacral and solar chakral area is exposed in this card. At least it looks like it to me today. Or she's pregnant. So sacral energy is of significance here in regards to this. This is a forward direction, new direction. So this person made a choice to move in a different direction and there's somebody salty about it. And then we have Judgment twice. Both judgments in these two decks are about conquering some sort of inner discord that was once apparent. Yeah, and it just feels like there's two polarities here. So there's the left and the right. There's the black and the white. There's the older puppy dog and the puppy. So this could be a dynamic of brothers, maybe an older brother, younger brother. If this is resonating with you, one is older, and it feels like they're sick. They're going through something testicular. They're having some sort of testicular situation, and I almost feel like there's some sort of distortion here where they're trying to emanate it on another, or there's some sort of severing of there's some sort of severing of lineage is how it feels. It's like very clear one dynamic versus the other and what it expresses. And I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, let me just go a little further. It's a lot of like, I feel like there's some magic in the air. There's some heavy duty stuff going on, transference of energies, like some sort of transference. Because when I look at this, it's like I saw the big dog fall, and then the little dog was following the big dog. I just assumed a mother and a puppy, but not necessarily, only because they look the same. But that doesn't mean that that was what it was. It could be an older, younger sibling. So the older, stronger, depending on the age group here, it could be somebody who's older and stronger and a baby younger brother, or it could be the younger brother grew up and changed directions. This feels like an older, matured energy. So this younger brother could have changed the direction to move forward in a new dynamic way, or change some form of construct in regards to what their lineage would normally do. And here I feel like this is the older, because it's shrinking, it's crinkling, it looks, and then the other side looks a little bit more open and flowing. This side has a lot of congestion in it and like a big abscess here, it looks like. But this side is smooth in comparison. The right side has this red, which makes me think there's like a shooting pain here, or an electrical kind of experience from the base to the point of the scrotum, that they're having this situation. This could be going up into the body, into the torso. I wouldn't be surprised if they're frequently urinating, having to go to the washroom. There's something going on with their body right now. Maybe they need to go and see a medical professional, or maybe they're dealing with something that's not curable. We have the Hermit in reverse. So something's coming out. This is in the current energy. So something is coming out. Something is awakening. There's information that's coming to the forefront here with the Hermit card in reverse. And I don't take these cards in the reverse normally, but the major arcana you can. And now all of a sudden my cards got really sticky. Something's going to be illuminated. The sun. That's interesting. The sun just got illuminated. Something just got illuminated about somebody's pathway forward. Then we have the King of Cups energy. So we have a Knight of Cups and a King of Cups. And this is in the environment. So this could be who is the counterpart. So we have the younger and the older. One, the King of Cups, somebody, a king, somebody of stature, somebody who believes they have stature. They are the first in line in inheritance. They are the first in line, like runner up. So it could be some form, and a runner up being the younger counterpart, the knight. The cups in the king in this deck is somebody, a person of power, somewhat closed to their own emotions, their grumpy demeanor, hiding behind a tender nature. So somebody who likely is very sensitive on the inside, but they have a rough exterior to maybe create some form of safety for themselves. They're responsible, favorable, disposed towards the current. Something about art and science and being creative in regards to that energy. This is currently the energy. This could be the counterpart that is sick, the King of Cups here. So this could be the older brother, I feel like it's a brother's dynamic just because of it's a knight and a king, and they're both cups. Some weird dynamic going on here, though, in regards to the Queen of Wands. Something with a Hermit coming out, so some information is coming out. Something that's not going to be hidden anymore. And then we have the King of Cups because the Sun card is at the bottom of the deck. Well, now it's the Moon. Oh, interesting. A minute ago it was the Sun, and now it's the Moon at the bottom of the deck. After the King of Cups came out, it's the Moon. So something that happened underneath the Moon. Let's see here. What's the emotions? They're in the Nine of Swords. Energy, regretful maybe for what they've done. The Nine of Swords is death. So somebody could be dying. Somebody can be really sick and losing their life, unfortunately. Maybe they're at a failure, or it could be the death of this illness even. I feel like someone's sick. Death, loss, disillusion, disappointment, desperation. So someone's desperate. They're in this disappointment, this disillusion. They're salty. They're not able to allow their tender inner interior come out. They're holding on a mask of bravery. The Nine of Swords is indicative of somebody, the death of something, the death of the structure, the death of maybe even a life. The death of fighting. The Five of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Could be relevant. No more fighting. We have an Empress that flew out as the outcome, as well as the Four of Wands. So this Empress and the Emperor are here. So we have a couple. So the Queen of Wands could be indicating the Empress. Could be an energy that the Empress holds. As the Knight of Wands could be an energy that the Emperor holds. So we have an Emperor and an Empress. So this ends in the outcome of the Empress. The Four of Wands energy is a celebration, a place of refuge, rest, agreement, harmony, a perfect performance. So rest and refuge is really significant here for this Empress energy and this Four of Wands energy. The Four of Wands energy came out twice, so this is definitely something to do with a celebration, something to do with victory, a place of rest, a refuge, and harmony, prosperity, peace, some sort of an alignment. Now let's clarify here, what is this Nine of Swords energy, the emotions of the Nine of Swords energy, the death of fighting. What is this, the death of? Oops. Three of chalices. The death of some sort of celebration. Okay, so clarify the celebration, please. Five of chalices. So the Three of Cups, this Three of Chalices, is something about celebrating harmonious relationships, recognizing or recognition of divine grace. There's something about positive transformation and blessings, abundance, prosperity, celebrations. So there's something to do with celebrations, but the Five of Chalices is something about experiencing loss, regret, or sorrow, and the focusing on what has been lost. So maybe the relationship between the two have been lost due to some sort of Five of Cups energy. There's some sort of need to acknowledge mistakes or go into the grief in the mourning that you might be experiencing in regards to whatever the circumstance is. There's a need for that. I do have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of this deck, and I have the Nine of Feathers again. So that's the Nine of Swords again in this deck. So that's two Nines of Swords, two Four of Chalices that have come out. So the Nine of Swords in this particular deck, I'm just going to look it up because I feel like it's very relevant. Yeah, so this particular deck, the Nine of Feathers, is about denial, guilt, remorse, despair, mental anguish, consequences, and inner turmoil. And again, underneath this, I shit you not, is the Sun. So something is being illuminated about this. Somebody's going to be very regretful about something, whether this is a physical death or the death of some sort of illusion, because the Moon came out in the reading as well. There's something coming up. So somebody is, I feel, not doing well. They need to see a doctor in regards to their testicular health. This is a masculine energy that might identify as the King of Cups. You might be dealing with some pains that I've expressed in this read, so pay attention to that if that's you. You may want to go and see a doctor or medical professional for this instance. Now, there is a need to be very truthful and honest about what has existed. Something is definitely being released or has been released, has come into fruition in this 3D realm, where it is going to be illuminated by the sun energy, which is to me God energy. So God is forecasting this to become an awareness for everyone to see. Something to do with the dog, something to do with sewage and urine. I feel spell work is in the air. I'm going to tap into that now with another deck. Just give me a second here. Okay, so clarify what happened. What is coming into illumination? So a lack of rewards. So someone's not being rewarded, or somebody was held back from rewards. So maybe some sort of praise, some sort of acknowledgement, some sort of energy that is of positive nature was not given to a circumstance, person, place, or thing. It was not illuminated. And maybe it was something that should have been, is how that feels to me. What else? Tell me more. What's coming into illumination by the sun energy? What's coming into illumination that's causing a 9 of Swords for this King of Cups? Clarify, please. Brother in reverse is coming out. So like I was saying, there's a set of brothers here involved. Brother in reverse is somebody who is by blood maybe a brother, but maybe not acting like a good brother. Or it could be somebody that is a brother that's not maybe blood related. Their protection is no longer so they're not getting rewards, they're not getting spiritual protection, and this brother is in the reverse. They have no power. The candle went out at the beginning of this read, if you remember me showcasing that. Something about grandma and a sister. So we have a grandma in reverse and we have a sister who's in the upright. So the grandma in reverse could be somebody that maybe partook in this energy, or something occurred to this grandma. Let's see here. Oops, sorry. Clarify grandma in reverse, please. The sun in reverse. I don't think this person is here anymore. It's the vitality. It means just diminished vitality. They're no longer with us. I believe this person is crossed over. The sister is here, and right next to brother, it landed in the upright. So somebody who has a good relationship with the brothers, or the brother, or this brother. There's a connection, maybe stronger with this brother in reverse. Oh, why am I grabbing that deck now? Okay, let's see. Anything more? Tell me about this 9 of Swords in reverse. Regret, sorrow, grief. energy feels really heavy in the solar plexus sacral area. There's a lot of heavy energy. A lot of family issues, heavy secrets or distortion. And the sacral energy too. It's like diminishing. It's not deceitful. So it's very deceitful. So some deceitful behavior. What is this behavior? What occurred? They want me to grab a different deck. To a leader. That's the Knight of Cups. It was clarified by the Knight of Wands, which is a leader. I'm just going to grab a different deck. They're telling me to grab a different deck to find out what's happened. So this is just in part of it. Let me just check my next. Just a second. Okay, let's just get this going. This deck's a little bit of a darker deck, so it's going to talk about magic and such. This is what I'm being guided to use. It's called a lot of cards in it that match the energy I'm feeling in my solar plexus sacral. So what was done under the moon? What is this Nine of Swords energy that this King of Cups is experiencing? Voodoo. So voodoo was done. Oh, well, that's maybe too many. It fits. Spiritual warfare, bad medicine, distortion, energy siphoning, memory binding, root work, and illusions. Oh, yeah, it all fits. I'm so here. Keep it. So all of this was done. All of this was done. This one brother did this to a brother. For whatever reason. Voodoo, distortion, bad medicine, so speaking ill will on somebody, creating some sort of disservice, doing work that they don't know how to do, creating malevolency. This is bad. Clarify voodoo. Not this deck. Okay. Let's see here. You're asking me to get a different deck. Okay. Oops. Oh my God, doesn't want to connect there. That's so weird. This deck usually just connects like crazy. Somebody does not want this to be clarified. Okay, clarify voodoo. A lot of illusions for sure. In this read, hermit energy, they wanted to stay, something about blessings and being the star. So we have the star energy again coming out. So somebody who has a lot of, inspires a lot of hope and movement forward. They're coming into some sort of fruitful, what's the word? Some sort of fruitful existence. I feel on all layers and levels of their being on the physical realm have been intruded upon. They're from their root work to their stagnation, to their memory, to their energy, distortion, illusions. It's just spiritual warfare. What a sick and twisted family member. I mean, like, fuck. Who needs enemies when you have family like that? It's pretty shitty. Energy feels really shitty. And it's all about feces and urine in the beginning of it too. So something to do with dog feces and urine. Maybe they're doing something with that. Sick. And this person might have testicular cancer. Yeah, thinking about somebody's like way of moving forward, cultivating from the earth, having a good life, being prosperous in what they have to offer. Binding, oh my God. Gossip, slander. Everything they created as disappointment is coming back. Trying to take their Ace of Cups. This person's blessings are now being revoked. It's in the reverse. It's like they're going to be living in regret, in vain, for the rest of their life. And they're not going to feel any love or any ounce of type of blessing in regards to it. Because of what they did to their brother. Or to somebody who is like a brother. I feel like this is a brother, though. This is a brother combination here. I'm going to leave it here, guys. This is kind of heavy energy. I don't want to be in it anymore. But if this resonates for you, sorry. Maybe some clarification came out of this. That you may have been feeling very lethargic with energy. Just kind of going through the motions day to day. Not being able to compute why you don't have the energy to get the major things done that you try to do, and they just seem so mundane and small, but they're not happening. Maybe you're you want this, you have this greater need, this desire to do more, but you just don't seem to be able to get up and go. This could be root work. Your memory is not that good. Someone's playing with your memories, or maybe your perception of your memories is kind of scattered or jagged. Like you could see the truth of it, but for some reason your brain's not computing it. Although you see it, you cannot connect it. There's something to do with that. And that could be the voodoo alongside the root work. Memory binding spells, doing things to you in the astral plane, creating this discourse where you don't recall things, or gaslighting and manipulating. This could be voodoo as well. This could be also hexing, curses. Then making illusions, maybe creating lies or backstories, telling people something when really it's the opposite. Telling people that maybe you were doing, there's a Queen of Wands in here that came up, that's an Earth Angel getting balance, some sort of justice for this Queen of Wands energy. So maybe the illusions were casted about this Queen of Wands energy, kind of furthering this stability. So maybe you have a relationship with someone that you recognize as the Queen of Wands. Trying to siphon energy, sacral chakra and solar chakra, creative sexual energies is very significant here. This is spiritual warfare that you've been undergoing. You've been going for a while, going under this for a while. And this is to distort your pathway forward. And this was in the reverse. So the bad medicine that they sent you reverted back. This could be the situation that with the rock here with the testicular cancer. It's like you got a bad taste of your own medicine. That kind of just came out right now. So I feel like that's what that is. Anywho, if this is you, I'm sorry this is happening to you. I'm sorry this has happened to you. I feel like this moving forward, you're going to be getting your blessings. The God is illuminating what has happened. The Hermit card also came up because you're going to come out of hermit mode. So maybe you felt like you were the hermit in reverse for a long time. Also, third eye chakras might be significant. Revoke and rebuke them. That's not yours. That's somebody casting that you can't see. This is part of the illusionary spiritual warfare that's going on. It's somebody trying to attack your third eye so you cannot see clearly what's going on. So you cannot have momentum forward. You might be somebody who's spiritually inclined, and maybe you haven't been able to utilize your spiritual gifts because of this brother of yours. This very deceitful, very dishonoring brother. smiling in your face, but secretly trying to destroy your life behind your back. And I feel like whoever you are that this resonates with, you know this. This is not something that's new for you. It may be questioning your whole reality, which is why you're in that Knight of Cups energy, and the Chariot energy. The reality of who you are in your totality is being like shaken up right now. It's like, I know for myself, being raised in an environment where I was taught to say I love you to everybody, and I was taught to be a specific way with everybody, but there was no love. It was all a facade. It was just for show. Because the reality is there was no love felt from myself, from any of my family members, except for one person individual. Like there was a bit of love from certain circumstances, certain people, but when it came to the dynamic, there was a lot of toxicity and a lot of, you go our way, you do what we want you to do, and things will be great. Things will be calm, things will be peaceful. You do the opposite, and we're going to make your life hell. This feels like that energy. And I feel like this is very surprising for whoever you are. And I think whoever this is that has been doing this to you has an illness. They're not well. And I feel like you cannot hide this. If this is a part of the karma, because it feels like karma. Whatever they were lashing out at you, dishing out towards you because of you or whatever, it's now hitting them back twofold, or it's coming up for illumination. Things need to come into balance. And the fact that so many cards came out twice or showcased twice is really showing that this is a priority. Thank you for sharing space with me today. I wish you nothing but the best. All the blessings to you as you move forward. I hope that you are comforted by the justice that you are going to be receiving, and that you have the Four of Wands energy coming for you, and an Empress. You'll be with your Empress. You're going to move forward and still create the things that you're here to create. This person couldn't take that from you, even though they tried really hard to do that. Many blessings. Take care.